Hello everyone, this is Robert Radford with another 50 Years of Chess game for you. This one was played in the Bristol Open Congress in 2006 and my opponent was Eddie Bromilow. Now, I had the white pieces and I would be playing here against Caro Can opening. So let's begin. Eddie played c6, that's the beginning of the Caro Can. He's played it a lot, so he's familiar with it, and he's had good results with it also. Now we played the advanced variation, and I'm playing my pet line in this opening. e6. Now that's what that does, is actually causes an imbalance in the play with a pawn sack here. The threat, of course, is Queen g3 check from Eddie. So I get the check in first, he takes with the bishop, and then knight e2. This is the way to combat that. He pushed the pawn immediately, I took, he took, and then queen up for a swap. And he played knight to d7 to support the queen, and also should I swap queens, he can then have an attack against against my f pawn. So I brought my bishop out, also developing at the same time, and he's moved his queen back. Now, so far, I cannot see the evaluation. It's still trying to evaluate on Stockfish, so we'll continue. I played knight 1 to c3, and he's brought his bishop out, bishop to c5. So he's getting his pieces out, he's developing, he's doing well there. But he's left the g-pawn unprotected. Now this could be a trap, I understand that when pieces are surrounding a thing, but at the moment I've gained a pawn. He's castled queenside, so it is extra dodgy for me to take the rook, but I'm going to take it anyway. And we'll see what happens. Now he's taken my last but one safety place I can move to once he moves the g-knight out. So I castle. And now he's played the other knight into f6. So this is going to be interesting. Will he trap my queen, or will something else happen instead? Well, first of all, I'm attacking his queen with knight d4. He's gone back, furthering his possibilities of trapping my queen. I tap the knight so that I can completely get out from there, and he's played knight to h5, hitting my bishop. So I drop the knight bishop back to h2, and at the moment I'm okay. I can get out on e5, sorry. So he's blocking that off also, so I can't get out on e5. So all the squares where I can move to, whether it's h7, g7, f6 or e5, are all covered. I've got nowhere to go at the moment. So first of all, check him. He moves into d8, and here now are possibilities for myself. I'm really beginning to get excited because I can see a plan that will bring about a swift end, I think. Rook e8. Eddie immediately goes back knight g7 to cover that rook, as at the moment he's a rook down, remember. He can't afford not to win my queen. If he doesn't get it, then it's game over. So I went rook takes rook. He takes on d4, and then bishop e3. He can only play the queen in front He can't put any other piece there. He's moved his bishop away from c5, and that's given me the mate and attack, which I was looking at, hoping that he would move his bishop, and he did. So I'm very pleased with that. Now he can only intervene with a queen, and he didn't choose to do so. In fact, he resigned. So let's just look at those last 5 or 6 moves again. Going back to move 20. I've got both my bishops on h2 and h3 bearing down on the b and c files, or diagonals. When he allowed me to swap here with rook takes rook, king takes rook, and then I check. If you look around where his king is, whether it's e7, e8, d7, d8, and c7, e8, d8, all those are covered. He's got nowhere else to move his king. The rook, and now this is where it gets really interesting. I played rook check, he goes king f8, and now here it comes. Takes pawn. He took the knight on d4, which was not good because of what I told you. Bishop d6. That's beautiful. I think so. I was so pleased with this because he can only move his queen away and immediately resigned. I'm happy with this game. I'm very pleased with it. I thought it was great, and it lasted just 25 moves. I haven't been doing too well in this tournament, but that one really cheered me up. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much. See you again soon.